Have you ever felt like you're chasing a happiness that just keeps slipping through your fingers? Like the more you try to grab it, the further away it gets? We're told to be better, do more, achieve the best version of ourselves. But what if that constant doing is actually stopping us from simply being? There's an ancient secret that flips this whole game. It's a path to a deeper peace, one that isn't rattled by the storms outside. But first, we have to see the illusion that's got so many of us trapped. It all comes down to one fundamental mistake about control. The Stoics, like Epictetus, saw it clearly. We pour all our energy into changing things, into controlling the uncontrollable, while completely ignoring the one thing we actually can control: our own minds, our judgments, our responses. Think about Anya. She's killing it at work. Every move planned, every connection made. She looks like she's got it all. But inside, she's a wreck. Always worried about the next step, what people think, the fear of failing. One tiny criticism and she's spiraling. Her happiness is on hold, waiting for a future that never arrives, or for approval that's never truly there. She's chasing a ghost, mistaking the world's nod for inner peace. This is the illusion of external control. It's that nagging voice whispering, if only I had X, then I'd be happy. That promotion, that car, that perfect partner. It's the lie that keeps us on a hamster wheel of desire, always reaching for a horizon that just keeps moving. Picture a sailor in a raging storm. If they tried to stop the wind, to calm the waves, they'd burn out. It's like us trying to control everyone else's opinions, the stock market, luck, anything but our own reaction to it. We're trying to stop the storm. This is a classic mental trap, the fallacy of control. We overestimate our grip on things that are, frankly, out of our hands. It leaves us in a constant state of alert, ready to be knocked down. When our carefully crafted plans inevitably hit a wall, our inner world shatters because we've tied our worth to those flimsy external things. Life's turbulence hits, and we're brittle. Then there's Ben, a gifted artist, but crippled by the fear of bad reviews. He obsesses over every stroke, convinced that if one person dislikes his work, he's a failure. He hides his art, terrified of judgment. His talent is stifled, not by lack of skill, but by this desperate need for everyone to love everything he creates. He's so busy avoiding criticism, he misses the sheer joy of making art. And Chloe, she's in a relationship where she bends over backwards to please her partner, anticipating needs, agreeing with everything, stuffing down her own desires to avoid a fight. She thinks if she's the perfect partner, the relationship will be secure and she'll finally be happy. When her partner is unhappy, even a little, she sees it as her fault, doubles down on pleasing. Her entire sense of self is tied to his approval. She feels hollow, walking on eggshells. So how do we break free? The first step, the absolute bedrock, is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus laid it out. Some things are yours to command, others are not. Your thoughts, your judgments, your desires, those are yours. Other people's opinions, your reputation, your stuff, even your health, those aren't. Why is this so crucial? Because it pulls you out of the endless, futile fight against reality. It redirects your energy. When you focus on what you can influence, you reclaim your power. You build resilience. You dial down the anxiety. How do you practice this? Every day, ask yourself, can I directly change this? Or is it outside my control? Facing a challenge? Pinpoint what's yours to handle and what isn't. Job interview anxiety? You control your preparation, your attitude, how you show up. You don't control the interviewer's decision. Your challenge this week. When you catch yourself worrying about something external, pause. Identify one thing in that situation you do have control over. It's tough. It feels like letting go of something important. But that's just the old, unhelpful pattern fighting back. Next, we embrace Amor Fati, love of fate, Nietzsche called it. This isn't just accepting what happens, it's actively loving it. Every twist, every turn, every hardship. Seeing it all as necessary, even beneficial for your growth. Why? Because it liberates you from the constant what if and if only. It turns roadblocks into stepping stones. It frees up immense mental energy because you stop fighting reality. How? When something bad happens, instead of asking, why me, ask, how can I use this? Or what can this teach me? Reframe setbacks. Don't see them as punishment, but as essential threads in your unique life tapestry. Every experience, every person, every challenge is a necessary part of your path. Your challenge this week: when something goes wrong, find one thing you can learn or gain from it, even if it's just learning what not to do. This is hard, especially with real pain. It's not about excusing bad behavior, but about accepting what is and choosing to find meaning within it. Finally, we master intentional judgment. This is about becoming the conscious editor of your inner story, not just reacting, but choosing your interpretation. Why? Because your judgments, not the events themselves, are what shape your emotional world. By choosing your interpretations, you stop external circumstances from hijacking your inner peace. You respond with calm, not chaos. How? When something negative happens, pause before you react. Ask yourself, what's the most helpful, rational judgment I can make right now? Stuck in traffic? Your gut reaction: this is infuriating. My whole day is ruined. Your intentional judgment: this is annoying, but I can use this time to listen to something or just practice patience. You're not denying the inconvenience, just choosing a less destructive way to see it. Your challenge this week: when you have a strong negative reaction to something, pause for 5 seconds before you speak or act. Choose one different, more constructive way to frame the situation. This takes real practice. Our minds love drama. The illusion of external control tells us happiness is a prize we win by manipulating the world. But the wisdom of the ancients shows us something profound. True, unshakable well-being isn't found in controlling the outside, but in mastering the inside. By living the dichotomy of control, embracing Amor Fati, and making intentional judgments, you break free from that invisible prison of needing the world to be different. You step into a life of real freedom and genuine contentment. Have you ever chased a goal only to find that achieving it didn't bring the happiness you expected? Share that experience in the comments. Let's talk about shifting our focus. If this resonated, a like helps this message find others who need it, and subscribe to keep exploring this path together. The quest continues.